Hello, and welcome to TREKFAST. Today I have my friend Steve joining me because Corey is out of town. But don't worry, I'm not going on without Corey. I'm not going to start Season 3 without him. We're going to watch where Steve has left off on the show because he's also watching the show for the first time.
Yeah, it's my first time through the series. I'm in Season 2, Episode 21, Patterns of Force.
So this is my second time watching this episode, Steve's first time. Now, Steve, you've told me that you also TREKFAST, but you do it at work normally when you get to work too early.
Yeah.
So what's something you would normally eat at a TREKFAST at work?
Wawa egg sandwiches.
Huh.
That's basically
What we had last
pick up
episode,
on my
I
way
believe.
to work. Watch a 45-minute, 50 episode.
Well, let's show them what we have today.
Yeah, going to Nazi Germany today.
Yeah, well, today we also have, we're eating today quiche. Steve brought over quiche. This one has ham and bacon, you said, right?
Ham and bacon. That's what they call quiche Lorraine, I found out.
Lorraine meaning double pig. And this
Spinach.
is a spinach quiche. And then we also have
3/4 of a spinach egg
some
pie.
strawberries and coffee, of course. So we're having a good time. And let's just get started. Let's do it. Patterns of Force.
Let's go. I left like a full meal.
Let's finish it today.
Passing outer planet Zeon.
We want the inner one, Echos. Follow standard orbit, Mr. Chekhov, and take us in.
I say.
Devora, try to raise
no, just
John
checking.
Gill on Starfleet
Not
Communications.
sexy work anymore.
I wasn't ready to go to a planet.
He's still alive.
All right, that was the episode.
Oh, we're on.
All right, let's just go for it. Steve, do you want to do a quick recap of the episode?
I guess so.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
happened was they went to a planet where they were seeking an old Federation person, John Gill, who had gone there as a cultural observer. Went missing, and when they went to go look for him,
Yeah, of course, he's violated the Prime Directive, like all of these captains.
That's what
go
happens.
missing. It keeps happening.
yeah,
We talked about this on
track.
TREKFAST before.
Oh,
It
he
seems
did
like
mean
it
to.
happens all the time, that Kirk just has to go around cleaning up everyone else's mess.
Yeah. That's
All
what
right, sorry,
first the shit.
continue. So they go to the planet.
Yeah, they get hit with sought by a missile, a nuclear missile, which they didn't expect them to have this technology, so that threw them for a loop. Turns out it's because John Gill introduced them to that technology, and the entire society of like Nazi Germany, he thought it would be a good idea to introduce this planet to Nazism, thinking that it would make them efficient and united. It made them that for a while, but then it became Nazi Germany. So badness ensued.
Lots of badness.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You want to talk about what you liked, what you didn't like? Do you want to give a review?
Sure. I haven't rated it how many quiches yet, but it had
We're starting the episode again.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so very early on, we had a bad actor, which is always expected in Star Trek. I always keep an eye out
One
for
of the Nazis you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, when they captured the Zeon on the street.
Yeah, it didn't care too
I
much.
didn't know how to deliver lines. Yeah, probably some niece of the director or something. Nephew, I guess. But it was pretty funny in the cell when Spock was standing on Kirk's shoulders for like a minute.
I also wrote that down too. That was it was a genuinely funny bit they did where like Spock was climbing on Kirk and it was a whole thing. I'll add a clip of that.
Kirk's back hurt.
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Clips.
Ancient lasers were able to achieve the necessary excitation even using crude natural crystals.
Oh, Mr. Spock, the guard did a very professional job on my back. I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry.
Yes, of course, Captain. You realize that the aim will, of course, be very crude.
I don't care if you hit the broadside of a bar. Just hurry, please.
Captain, why should I aim at such a structure?
Come on, Spock. Just get on with the job.
Cool.
So what do you think? How many quiches are you gonna give it? Or I don't know, anything else you liked or didn't like? That stood out to you?
Well, the doctor came by to save the day, which is usually my very favorite part. But because yeah, I'm all about the doctor. And then Spock
and again,
blinds
lots of
John
romantic
Gill.
tension in this episode between. And I talk about this on the show a lot, but it's true that
So he
McCoy is
says.
in love with Spock.
I don't know. I think they just legit hate each other more so.
Yeah.
But I like to think of it that way.
Well, I disagree. I think he loves him.
No way. There's a respect there that McCoy has for Spock, but Spock has none for McCoy at all. Says I. All right. So what do I want to rate it?
Yeah. Out of how many quiches are you gonna give it?
That was pretty good. I'll give it. I'll say 3.5 quiches. I've seen better
All right,
episodes.
maybe
but
3 quiches and 1 strawberry halfway.
Okay. Strawberry.
All right. So I agree. I thought that scene where he was climbing Kirk was very funny. There was also that funny moment where Spock, like, he yells at McCoy on how to put on a boot. It's really great.
That's right.
Stupid computer made a mistake in the measurements, right? Boot's too tight.
There is a logical way to proceed, Doctor. You point your toe, apply equal pressure to either side of the boot, and push. We have no time for emotionalism.
Steve, I was impressed that you predicted that the guy, what was his name?
John Gill.
Gill was a puppet. You, like, as soon as you saw him, you realized that he was being, like, controlled and trained. It was impressive. What I did not like about this episode, and I was saying this earlier, was sometimes I feel like the episodes are based around just what costumes they have lying around. They're like, oh, we have all these Nazi uniforms, let's fight Nazis. I mean, come on. Did they, like, run out of imagination that day? They couldn't think of like, Nazis are real villains, and they're in space. They give, and we were talking about this earlier, too. There's only, like, so far there's only been, like, maybe one episode with the Romulans. Why not have, and you're using Nazi, and having a Nazi episode instead? I don't like it. It upsets me a little bit.
I was trying to think if it might have been an allegory for something, but, like, Nazis, it is known that they're bad, and it would have been an unnecessary allegory.
Yeah, and that was that's the other thing. Like, so many episodes have, like, kind of, like, moral, like, what's right, what's wrong, and, like, this one's obviously, like, it's wrong. There's no Nazis are bad.
A commentary on what was happening in the 60s, but maybe, I don't know, was there more Nazis rising in the 60s? I don't think
Not necessarily.
so.
It was a Cold War era.
Cold War,
Yeah.
So I'm only gonna give it. I did still enjoy it, but I'm only gonna give it 2. I know there are a lot better episodes of Star Trek, so I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 quiches, and that's my rating.
2 out of 5.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, you're a harsher grader than I am.
Yeah, I guess so. So how did this compare to your normal TREKFAST you do at work?
Well, this was better because I didn't have to get to work right away, although now I actually have to get to work.
All right, we're gonna go so Steve can get to work on time. Goodbye. We'll see you next time.
Oh, yeah.